Well, hello. Yeah, this is the video that I said last one out that I was going to make to sort of show the variety in my collection now that I've sort of changed it up and added a bunch of stuff that's in my collection now that wasn't part of my collection before. It's all rock music, but I like different, I guess they call it genres and parts of rock music. Kind of appropriate to do this today because this evening is the Grammy Awards. Now, I'm not a big Grammy Awards guy simply because they really haven't got a lot of rock content usually in the show, but my son is a big music guy and we were watching the pre-main telecast stuff earlier today together, I guess, watching at the same time. And you know, there's a lot of artists that have a lot of different genres that are celebrated in the Grammys. Again, not my main thing because, you know, so little rock content, but appropriate to talk about a variety of music when the Grammys are on. So yeah, so this is all about my record collection and the rock genres that are part of it. I've really kind of tried to spread it around. Now, you know, as I mentioned before, last video, I'm going to change it up and sort of fill some holes in some favorite discographies, but I'm happy to have the different branches of the rock music to turn to. So I just wanted to show off some cool records and sort of, you know, discuss the different branches of all the rock music I have in my collection. So here's a newer one that I just got in my collection, Alexis on Fire. So, you know, they're known as a I guess hardcore band, and you know, their standout track on this to me is Young Cardinals. I think that's a great song, but there's a lot of their hits on this. This is live. This is called Born and Raised. This is their live show from St. Catharines, Ontario. And yeah, Alexis on Fire. I wanted to get some of their stuff. I dig their stuff. I mean, for those that aren't aware, Alexis on Fire features Dallas Green, City and Color. This is his main, or his first band that he was in, and he still participates in this band. And you know, they're loud and they're cool, but it has that smooth, you know, Dallas Green vocal, but then it has some parts where the other fella and a couple of them actually do a lot of I guess screaming type of singing. So it's cool though. A lot of good songs on this because it's live. It's like a hits record. So there you go, Alexis on Fire. That's a hardcore album in my collection. You know, and then you have this in my collection that I got from my uncle, and I've, you know, in the last few years gotten into Crosby, Stills, Nash, and this is CSN. This has Shadow Captain, and that's a cool song on this record. Bunch of stuff. It's really nice sounding, and yeah, so this would be called your folk rock branch of rock music. So very, very high level stuff. It's a beautiful sounding record. Next up we have punk. I don't have a lot of punk, but I bought this one not that long, a couple of years ago, and Teenage Head featuring the song Teenage Beer Drinking Party. What a great fun song and a fun band. Now I wanted to show this one because this came with a really beautiful, I love it. The vinyl is this very cool vinyl. So Teenage Head, punk, Canadian punk band, and as I say, I don't have a lot of punk artists in my collection, but I quite like it. It's got this snappy, you know, it's got those snappy short punk songs. A lot of fun. Really a fun record to have. Next one up is alternative rock, and Metric, Canadian band, one of my favorite Canadian bands actually. This is Pagans in Vegas. Very good album. It's got a bunch of good songs. Cascades, especially good song on this record. But they've got a bunch of good songs on this album. And Metric, alternative rock. You know, they used to play them all the time on 102.1 The Edge radio station. That's where I kind of got into them. But I've since become a big fan of Metric. Have most of their discography on vinyl, and seen them twice with my son. And Metric are a great band. Love them a lot. Canadian band, alternative rock. Okay, then we go grunge. This is a new one into my collection. Temple of the Dog. That's the one of the original bands that you would point to as a grunge pioneer band, I guess. And yeah, a really good record. Hunger Strike would be the song that I like most on this record, but it's really good. I like it a lot. Very good sound. So that would be your grunge. Now the National. I guess it's sort of, they're looked at as art rock, kind of this cool, calm type of sound. I've got a couple of records from the National. I like them a lot. Really, this is a really good record. I Am Easy to Find, and it's got a very cool, great song that finishes this record. Light Years, very good song, but this record is a really nice listen, and it's calming type of stuff. Very nice. So that's your what they call art rock. All right, now this band here, to me it's heavy metal, the real heavy metal that I grew up with. Some would point to this as the new wave of British heavy metal, but to me it's just heavy metal. Saxon's been around a long time. This is The Power and the Glory from Saxon. The standout track to me is the last song on the album, The Eagle Has Landed. What a great song. I had this record a very long time. It's a really great record. Saxon's been around a long time. They've made a lot of records. They're really cool. Even to this day, still pumping out great stuff. So that's your heavy metal candidate. And then we go to hard rock. And this is probably one of the most honest hard rock records in my collection. Montrose. It's this was their debut record, Montrose, featuring Sammy Hagar and on vocal. And Bad Motor Scooter is the song on here that would be the standout track. Really good record. And yeah, Montrose, what a cool hard rock band. Straightforward hard rock. All right, and your next branch of rock in my collection is progressive rock, prog rock. Now, I don't have a lot of prog rock in my collection. I have a bit of it, not a lot, but a favorite album of mine that you would call in that genre would be Duke by Genesis, although in the Genesis scheme of things, this is not as much in the progressive rock, prog rock lane, but there are still prog rock segments and songs in this record. Misunderstanding's my favorite song off this record, always has been, but Genesis Duke, very cool record with beautiful white vinyl. Very, very nice record. Obviously it's a repress, but I was happy to get that again into my collection. One of those records that came in and out of my collection over the years, but there's your progressive rock. All right, your singer-songwriter, Joni Mitchell Blue. So that's your singer-songwriter. I added a bunch of acoustic kind of singer-songwriter records over the last 5 years or so. And this is a really fine sounding record. It sounds just amazing. I mean, it's a very famous record for record collectors and music fans, Joni Mitchell Blue. And it has the song This Flight Tonight that Nazareth redid. So that's familiar to me, very good. And that would be your singer-songwriter. Also folk, of course. The next one is your pop rock. And, you know, I've got the 1975 is a band that I've been listening to for their whole duration of time. And my son and I seen them now twice, the 1975. And this is an album that I like a lot. I Like It When You Sleep, for You Are So Beautiful Yet So Unaware of It. It's strange, I know, a long name, but this is your candidate for pop rock. A Change of Heart is the standout track on this record to me, and really fine record. Good band. If you haven't checked them out, they're worth it. And finally, the last group of records in my collection occupies a large space, multiple records in my collection that you would point to and say, that's classic rock. And certainly Cheap Trick would be a band that you would definitely say is classic rock. This is an old Cheap Trick album, Dream Police, with the song Dream Police on it. And yeah, this came from my Uncle John's collection, and it's pretty cool. Definitely Cheap Trick is a band that you would point to as a classic rock staple. And I would say out of all these different segments of the rock music in my collection, classic rock is probably, I don't know, I have to do a count, but classic rock would occupy a big segment of it. So would hard rock, and probably, and metal, probably in that order. So yeah, that's my video, a bit quicker one. I wanted to do this and show off the different, you know, there's a couple of other sections of music, rock music in my collection. Brit pop, they call it. That's mostly Oasis, and Third Eye Blind behind me is, I guess, power pop. So, you know, there's some different stuff that I've added that has their own little genres. Some people would call Motley Crue, that's in my collection, hair metal. So all these different genres. And then progressive metal, you know, Opeth would be mentioned in that as well, Devin Townsend. So lots of different types of branches in this rock music that is in my collection, which is kind of cool. I like that. The next video I'm thinking of doing is Grammy Awards tonight. As I say, enjoy it if you're watching, and or if you watch them. And I think what I'm going to do is pull out some records and artists that are in my collection, both vinyl and CD. I just did vinyl today, but vinyl and CD perhaps, of artists in my collection that have won awards, whether it's Grammys or Junos or Brit Awards, and we'll show them off and talk a little bit about those bands next. Okay, that'll be the next video. Take care, all the best, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.